Entitled mother demands I give her my money. I should give a little backstory first. My parents had divorced when I was 10, and now 20, because my dad found out she was cheating when she told him my brother and sister, who were 7 and 8 at the time, weren't his. When asked for her reason to cheat, she said that she found a man who was able to give her the high life, unlike my dad, a farmer trying his best to maintain a family while managing my grandfather's farm. When discussing custody over me in court, my mom said she wanted nothing to do with me and left my dad with full custody while she took my brother and sister with her and then married her side piece month after everything was finalized. Of course, with the rise of social media, she only includes me in family photos to make herself look good, even though she tosses me to the side afterwards. I don't even have a relationship with my siblings because they look down on me for classist and petty reasons. Now, with that out the way, on with the show. It was about 7:30 in the morning. I was feeding cattle and having a jam session when my dad came out to the feedlot to tell me someone was here to see me. I asked him who it was, but I didn't need him to answer me once I saw the angry look on his face as he throws a cigarette he had failed to light. I hop off the tractor and go walking around the farmyard until I spot a brand new Porsche with my mother sitting in the driver's seat. To describe what she looks like, imagine someone did a shitty job doing James Charles and Jeffree Star's heaviest makeup routine at the same time. A Karen haircut with only the blondest of highlights and a spray-on tan that would make Trump look pale. I often wonder if she ever do a face reveal just so the world could see the hunk of Swiss cheese under all that. I walk up to her car and very politely say hello to her, before she wrinkles her nose and looks at me in disgust. Don't you have anything better to wear besides those filthy rags, and take that wad of chewing tobacco out of your mouth? Honestly, I'm embarrassed that you're my son looking like that. Me. These are work clothes and I was working. And I just put this chore in, it ain't even kicked in yet. Besides, what do you want? She looks me up and down with a disgusted look again before taking a deep breath before speaking. I need to ask a favor of you, in fact, it's rather important. The only thought going through my head was, she's part of a cult and needs me to be a blood sacrifice at tonight's meeting. Me. Well, what is it? See, your sister is going to be graduating this year, and I think it would be only fair you gave her the money your grandfather left you since you obviously don't need it. I know what she's after now. My grandpa had put aside $25,000 for each grandchild that once they turn 18, they can use for college, buying a car, whatever. The only catch was you needed to either graduate high school or obtain a GED. Now, why would she be wanting this money, you may ask? Well, I'll tell ya. She had asked my grandpa after the divorce that not only should her kids, my brother and sister, still get the money, but also he needed to beef it up a few grand. My grandpa, out of spite, took the money originally meant for them and put it all in mine and told her only his actual grandkids get the money. A few years later, when he passed away, my dad had added some of his inheritance into it. So when I graduated, I ended up with $93,000. I have since spent $27,000 out of it on a tractor and put the rest in savings where I add on to it every paycheck. Me. Why would I give her any of my money? She doesn't even speak to me anymore. Because it would be only fair, since your grandpa denied her that money that she deserves, since she'd be attending college unlike you. Plus, as her big brother, you need to be responsible. Me. That money was left to me for me to use on what I wish. Besides, if she wants it, she needs to ask me herself instead of you telling me to do so. She doesn't need to ask you. In fact, I shouldn't be asking you either. But since your grandfather was an asshole and you weren't caring enough to hand it over before, here I am. Me. Aren't you guys paying for her college, so why must I give her some too? Well, you see, I'm paying for tuition and housing, but she needs spending money, as she shouldn't be working a low-level job to have money for fun. Me. Then give her spending money too. But I'll already be spending a lot as college is expensive. Won't you do this for her? Me. No, I won't. And since when has something been too expensive for you? Just make your side piece work harder, like you did in the past when you wanted something big and flashy. How dare you speak to me like that? I'm your mother, and you should be thankful I gave birth to you. Even just a little bit will help. An idea came to mind. I falsely apologized to her and said she was right. I should give her something. I told her I'm going to run to my truck and grab the checkbook, and off I went. Once I was at my truck, I proceeded to dig through the cup holders for pennies. Every little bit helps, right? Once I've gathered 20 or so pennies, I walk back and tell her to hold her hand out and drop the pennies in them with a smile. What's this? Me. You said a little bit could help a lot, didn't you? So I thought you could have that. This isn't what I meant. A few thousand is more what I had in mind. She then throws the pennies at me and start blaring the horn, screaming at the top of her lungs. I give her what she asked for. Honesty wears a poke ball when you need one, because this one needs to be trained professionally on how to act. I'm just standing there watching her go on like this as she's demanding money and calling me everything under the sun, when she goes quiet as I hear my dad yell out from somewhere, "Shut the fuck up, you bitch." Taking this moment, I look back at her and say, "You never said thank you." Fuck you, and you will give your sister what she deserves. Me. When you do a face reveal, I will. She told me to go fuck myself and sped off, and that was the end of it.